Taurus, welcome back to Neptune Fish Tarot. My name is Alicia. I'm going to be doing your reading for the first week in November 2021. So Taurus, stay with me all the way to the end of the reading. If you would like to hear me, I'm going to read out of some of the guidance books for the oracles. So that's going to come up after we get into the tarot. So without further ado, on the bottom of the main deck, we have the Ace of Inspiration. And so, Taurus, we see you in this first week of November really coming into something brand new. There's some kind of brand new inspiration. There's a new opportunity for you. We see it starts right out with the Six of Inspiration. And so clarified by the Two of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So there's something about this new opportunity that you are really making the decision to move forward with. And we see you making that decision. And so I feel like there's something here about you sort of healing the space that you find yourself in. So whatever aspect of your life, there's something old that's going away, something new that's beginning, right? So this can obviously be in partnerships and relationships. It could be with jobs. We could be moving house. It could be something very, very small, right? But we do see you being very excited about the change. We see you recognizing that it is in fact an opportunity. It's almost like a divine intervention is coming along. And we do see that it's going to actually make you feel rather passionate. So the Knight of Cups is a very passionate figure. So this is going to awaken inside of you some kind of an excited emotional state. And it's something, like I said, that you feel like, I don't know, really excited about this change. So let's get into it. We see the Four of Voices, and that's clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Five of Coins, and the Six of Wands again, a second time with that Six of Wands. So that is sort of like taking a step back. It's like taking, that Four of Voices. I mean, here she is in her little bath and she's getting some rest and rejuvenation. She's allowing this, her mind to sort of be inspired by something. I'm guessing that is her connection with the universe. And this is usually like in a spa, right? So she's kind of like, it's sort of like a healing situation. I think also that she is starting to think about, and whether you're a man or a woman, of course, right? But starting to really come into this recognition of her power. So this clarified by this Queen of Wands, Five of Coins, and Six of Wands. Again, there's this sort of excited energy here. It's like maybe this healing has to do with sort of letting go of old mindsets, right? This Five of Coins is like identifying, or it's like something has unfolded coming into this month of November. Taurus, it's made it very clear to you that you're kind of done thinking in this old way about a thing. So, let's just put this in terms that we can all relate to. Let's imagine that it's some kind of a relationship. Could be professional, could be personal, right? But it's like you kind of coming in to the state of the Queen of Wands, right? Where you recognize that, look, I was not designed to keep myself like spinning around and around in this old Five of Coins, this old mental space. And you're sort of coming into this energy where you're having victory over it now. Like you're really having victory over this. You're really taking steps and gaining this momentum. You've got a ton of wands, right? And even the Knight of Cups as an emotional energy, this is a very it's like a young energy. It's passionate and it's very young. I mean, in some sense, the Knight of Cups is a little bit immature, right? But I think it works out in this because it's almost like you do need a renewal, Taurus. You need this really, really renewed, brand new, inspired state of mind and over to overcome something like a five of coins. And it's just this little card in here, right? And it's surrounded by all this goodness, right? It's surrounded by all this positivity, but it's not to be overlooked. Five of coins is our lack mentality. Five of coins is all of the old stories that we've lived, and we all have them, right? Taurus, like everybody does. The ones that say, oh, I'll just stay in the situation because it's good enough. I'll stay in the situation because it's safe, because I don't know if thinking larger would, is going to lead me into instability, right? And Taurus, you're an earth sign, right? And so I get it. Those of us who have a lot of earth in our charts, we look for stability. We look for situations, people, circumstances, jobs that are going to guarantee to some degree or another our safety, our security, our stability, right? That's what we're looking for. But the Queen of Wands understands her value and her worth, and she's not one to back down, right? You get this idea, Taurus, in coming into November, that you could have more and you deserve more. Okay. And so this is really beautiful. Then we see Temperance, right? With the Seven of Swords and the Two of Coins. Again, a two, right? So you're really making a decision. And even if you look at the Seven of Swords, this is interesting, right? It's definitely going with the flow, right? It's definitely keeping your options open and your options up in the air. But look at the Seven of Swords. See how the Two of Swords above the Five, and this arm is sort of coming down and it's taking these five swords. So in this picture, we see this person who would rather choose the conflict of the five swords than allow indecision in the Two of Swords. So this is really tempering two things in you. On one hand, right, you're flirting with this idea of security, and you're flirting with this idea of like, well, I don't know, it's not guaranteed, success is not, is this going to bring pentacles, wealth, stability, into my physical reality? Is choosing this Five of Swords going to be, is that dangerous, right? And so you're sort of tempering this argument in your mind. It is a mental argument that you are still having, right? You do still, you're still just like, having one foot in and one foot out. And you're weighing up all the options, and you're really taking a time out, a pause out, to like allow the whole energy of the situation to like wash over you, right? You're internalizing it. You're then going into the Six of Materials. You're really balancing it out, right? You're coming into the recognition with, clarified by the High Priestess, right? Like you're using your intuition. Your intuition is telling you that what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. And you know this, Taurus. You know that you're capable. You know that you have not only the skill sets, right, and the know-how and the ability to maneuver around any obstacles, right, but you also know that the universe has your back, that you're being supported. And I think this High Priestess is just you tapping in, in this process to your intuition, to gain that clarity, to gain that knowing. And so, yeah, we do kind of see you along this trajectory of coming to this balanced thing, because then you have the Devil. And here's what you're fighting with, though, right? So there is some inner conflict going on here. The Devil is all those things that we're attached to, right? So let's just pretend for a minute that this is a partnership, and you've got somebody who you've been in a relationship with, whether it's a romantic partnership, right? Like a marriage, or even a boss, a coworker, like a corporation that you work for, whatever. And you're really attached to this person or situation or thing because it does bring you some sense of familiarity, right? And we get attached to things. We get attached to our routines and to our habits and to our people and to our foods and to our, our social medias and like whatever those things are in our environment, right? But the thing is that you're recognizing that these things don't work anymore. They're not serving you. They're not elevating you. You're not growing. You're not becoming, they're kind of dead, to be honest with you. Reverse Knight of Swords, like, you'd be lying to yourself. You'd be lying to yourself if you continued on. There's just this deep knowing, all right? There's this, it's like you can't, like once you know, you can't unknow it, right? You just know that there's something bigger and there's something better. You know that you're living, that whatever your situation in it is too small for you now. You know you're up leveling past it. And we see the Seven of Wands, like, you're not willing to live small anymore, right? You're not willing to do that. It's time for you to Empress up. Okay, so in the final scene, we see the Empress and the Hermit and the King of Cups. And this is mastery. This is you really getting into that highest creative state, divine feminine energy that infuses you. You're the creator of planets, Taurus. You are the Empress. This is you, the Empress, right? This is the very highest version of yourself, right? And this is what your inner guidance is like screaming to you. This is what spirit and like that still small voice inside of you, that inner knowing, right? With the High Priestess and the Hermit, is absolutely bringing you into this King of Cups, which is a very stable, mature, emotional place. So you're graduating from the Knight of Cups at the beginning. Through this process, this evolution, you find yourself in this place of the Empress, where this is what's possible, okay? This is what's in front of you. This is the outcome that's available to you if you will take the ace, the opportunity, okay? If you'll take that opportunity, this is what's at stake. And you know that. You know that staying where you are now and not taking it is going to lead you down a path and down a road that that's not, it's like I said, once you know it, you can't unknow it. Unfortunately, it's been revealed to you that there's something bigger and better that's meant for you. And once you come into the knowledge and the knowing of what it is, it's like you have to choose it. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. I mean, this is a huge choice. Taurus, this is a big choice. So I would say this first week of November really is all about really considering a redesign in your life, really making a conscious decision to pass up an opportunity or to take it, right? So keep your eyes peeled. I don't know what area of life this may be in. Like I said, there's really nothing here that specifically sort of alludes to whether it's, in a partnership or in a job or move into another country, for heaven's sakes. I mean, I don't know what it could be. Or just changing around the furniture in your living room, right? Like, I don't know. It could be large, it could be small, but I think it's something much bigger because we've got a lot of major arcana. So this is good. I like this for you. We're in Scorpio season, Taurus, and so this is a time that's your complementary sign, right? That's your opposing sign. And so yeah, there's something. So Taurus is about holding on and Scorpio is about letting go. So what is it that you want to let go of the Scorpio season, Taurus? What limiting beliefs, what old patterns of thinking and old patterns of doing are becoming very, very clear to you that choosing to hold on to them is going to prohibit you from growing and going, and leveling up, right? So here's where we're going to get into our oracles. First, we're going to start with the fairies. We've got hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Yeah. And so that's just talking about, again, getting out of those old mindsets and getting into new ones. And then right next to it, you've got regeneration card 46, and that is the death card, essentially. So yes, out with the old and with the new. That's perfect for Scorpio season. And then finally, we have this inner child card. Let me see if I can get the glare off of it. So that's card 36. It's a number 9. 36 reduces to a 9. And it's Hear and Know Me. And so, yeah, I want to actually read this as guidance. This is from the Archangel Metatron deck by Amanda Ellis. And I always invite Archangel Metatron into these readings. So let's just see what card 36 has for us, Taurus, that may be of help to you. Here we go. Stop for a moment. Someone is calling and you have drowned out their cries for long enough. This is the voice of your inner child, often ignored and sometimes unknown, neglected, and pushed aside. Your child lives within you, a presence that is like a hologram that has imprinted within it every experience, thought, belief, and desire from your childhood. All the times you laughed, all the times you cried, and everything in between. The times you sang freely and the times you felt unheard. He or she sits within your heart. Is your door to them closed or open? Today you are asked to open that door and allow your inner child to come forward at an age and time when they wish to reveal themselves to you. It is safe to do so. What age are you taken back to, and how do they look today? Metatron was with them then, just as he is here with you now. Maybe you sensed angels in childhood, but weren't allowed to fully embrace them. You may have misunderstood or been afraid of their light, but they were always there to help, not hinder, just as they are now. Okay, so that is your reading for the first week of November. I hope that it was helpful to you. If it was, please like and subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you guys back here next week for the next week in November. See you then.